Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is January 17, 2024, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share the video. And it says here, the sleeping giant leader brings congressional leaders to the WH. Very important meeting going on right now, guys. And the reason why, well, he wants $110 billion. That's a big number right there, guys. So the sleeping giant leader will convene top blank leaders Wednesday at the WH. So pressing for his $110 billion. Whew. That's a huge package. All right. So once again, basically, he still wants to help the yellow and blue. But not only that, he wants to help ISR and the rest. Give me a second here. And other sleeping giant allies. Hold on. Whoa. $110 billion security package. All right, we already know that. Deal that could unlock the stalled aid to the yellow and blue. We know that. ISR and other sleeping giant allies. Where's the Southern? Wait a minute, the Sleeping Giant Southern funds, where is it? They kind of skipped that one. So it's supposed to be the yellow and blue, ISR, and the Sleeping Giant Southern. You guys already know Texas region. But now we gotta give to Sleeping Giant allies. We have to give to the Sleeping Giant allies too. Wow. Alright guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. And for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right, let's stop here for a second. So basically, the sleeping giant leader wants ching ching for the yellow and blue, ISR, and sleeping giant allies. None of it is going to go to the sleeping giant. I'm here thinking that some of it is going to go to the Southern. We're talking about here in the sleeping giant land. But it seems like all of it is just going to go to sleeping giant allies. All right. So that's what Mr. Byrne is trying to unlock. He's trying to unlock the big bag so he could go to them regions. So to sit down with Mr. Johnson, again, you guys already know he's the one that is in charge of the chair in that facility, including the chairman of influential, very important people here, could make or break the trade-off that has been simmering for weeks, as lawmakers have failed so far to reach a compromise over Mr. Burns' sudden aid package. All right, so the reason why it's not working is because Mr. Burns keeps saying, no, we don't need to fix the southern region. Leave the doors open. But then the other side of the sleeping giant, Mr. Johnson, is saying, no, we got to fix that thing right now. We can't leave it like that. We got 10,000 new ones coming in a day. All right, so ahead of the meeting, Mr. Johnson, in a first big test of his new spotlight, said he needs to see transformative changes to restrict the record number of these new ones at the Sleeping Giant Southern region as part of any deal for the overseas WAR. All right, so once again, Mr. Johnson wants to make a deal. Mr. Byrne, you promised to fix the Southern, and I'll give you the money so you can play with your friends out there in the other side of the world. Mr. Byrne is saying, nah, no deal. All right, so, I mean, again, the sleeping giant leader, their job is to make sure that the southern and the northern region are safe. So I will tell Mr. Burns that I've been seeing it constantly since the moment I was headed to the Gable, said Mr. Johnson. Now, the southern region is, you guys already know the rest of that word. It has to be addressed. And you're gonna see many standing up on that hill. So Mr. Johnson is putting his foot down on this one. Mr. Byrne is convening that the experts at the start of the election year, when the Southern Security and WAR abroad are punctuating the race for the WH with control of the, I'm going to skip those names there, guys, all at stake. So basically, 2024, we're going to see new faces. So they're trying to work things out before all that come into place, because there will be new faces. There's going to be new key players. Mr. Burns could be booted out. Someone else could take his spot. And again, it just, everything could change blink of an eye. So they're trying to get all this done before that day comes. So it comes as the Congress is about to quickly approve temporary funding to avoid a postponing the annual spending battles. But as the supplemental aid package sits undone during the Southern policy talks, the WH press, we're going to skip her name, said Tuesday that experts, including Mr. Johnson and others, look at all these people, were invited to meet with Mr. Byrne. All these people were there. Look at this. This guy has been around since the dinosaur age and still let me skip it. All right, so we're invited to meet with Mr. Burns and have some ice cream. They probably had some ice cream. Everything was closed doors to discuss the importance of his national region, the Southern Security. So Mr. Burns, a longtime leader in the sleeping giant foreign policy, find himself confronting a new generation of these IEP rep who have little interest in engaging abroad or supporting vast sleeping giant military aid or action around the world. Led by the 4-5, the front runner, you guys already know, a growing number of the rep and the Kongs are particularly hostile to helping the yellow and blue. And again, fight the bear leader, Mr. Vlad, his operation. So once again, you have the Sleeping Giant Secretary of, Mr. Tony, who along with the Sleeping Giant National Security, very, very important people here, met this week with the Yellow and Blue Country leader, Mr. Z. All right, so there's a lot of meaning going on. Davos is the biggest one. And also you got Mr. Burns and everybody. I mean, this very important meeting going on. All right, so once again, you have these people met with the Yellow and Blue Country leader in Davos. Said Washington is determined to keep supporting the Yellow and Blue. And we are working very closely with Kongs in order to do that. Mr. Johnson, since taking the spotlight in October, signal he personally believes in supporting the Yellow and Blue as it works to expel the bear. See, that's the thing that I don't agree with Mr. Mike. Why are we going after the bear? I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. And then let's say we defeat the bear, then what's next? Because we have another door of WAR going on in other regions. The sleeping giant is not going to stop all this. WAR has been going on for so many years, thousands of years. Again, in men we trust, but again would lead to WAR. So he met privately with Mr. Z, the Yellow and Blue Country leader, during the Yellow and Blue Country. I'm gonna skip that. All right, I'm gonna skip all that. Both, once again, Mr. Mike and other very important people that wants to extract its own priorities on the Sleeping Giant's southern region in exchange for any overseas support. So again, Mr. Mike is saying, if you guys want money, let's fix the southern first. And then we talk about helping the yellow and blue and others. All right, so, but again, okay, I read that part. I truly apologize. So Mr. Mike has insisted any sudden security deal must align with the House passed strict sudden security bill. He told experts in a private meeting over the weekend that they could probably get their priorities enacted with a rep, and though the Mr. Mike did not mean that the preclude not taking action now. All this is just, I mean, Sleeping Giant comes first. The Sleeping Giant always come first. The Sleeping Giant people come first, right? But they're making it so difficult. Because you got one side, well, I want to help the yellow and blue. I want to help my buddy, Mr. Z. Well, what about the Sleeping Giant? All right, so it says here, but those experts, even fellow from the right, say that the House approach is a non-starter that would never find the backing in both chambers needed for approval. I guess no one can come to an agreement. Instead, a core group of experts led by Rep, I'm going to skip all this, has been meeting privately for weeks with Mr. Byrne top advisors, including other very important people. You got Alejandro. He's the one that's running the show at the Southern region. So there's a lot of meeting going on, a lot of private ones. Meanwhile, the Sleeping Giant is out watching movies and Barbie and stuff like that, sports, NFL, and so many other things, and they doing their, you know what. All right, guys, so give me a second here. I'm just going to skip a lot of this, but you get the picture. Mr. Burns, Mr. Burns. Discussing a very, very important meeting here. Let me just bring this up really quick. Let me just pull this up so you guys have a better view. Here we go. For immediate release, January 17, 2024. The readout of Mr. Burns meeting with experts on the yellow and blue and the National Security Supplement. So today, Mr. Burns, the leader of the Sleeping Giant, convened. You have the leadership when it comes to the House and the other members, very, very important people, Armed Services and Appropriations Committee, and a lot of people here. I'm just going to skip their names. All right, so to continue supporting the yellow and blue as part of the global coalition we have built. In the meeting, Mr. Burns underscored the importance. Give me a second here, guys. The importance of the House ensuring that the yellow and blue has the resources it needs, including very powerful system, a lot of powerful system to defend itself against the bear. Now, once again, Mr. Burns discussed the strategic consequences of inaction for the yellow and blue, the Sleeping Giant, and the world. So he was clear. Now, Kong's continued failure to act the Sleeping Giant National Security, the NATO Alliance, and the rest of the world. Now, Mr. Burns called on Kongs to quickly provide funding, 110 billion, to support the yellow and blue. So out of those 110 billion, the yellow and blue is going to get 60 billion. ISR is going to get 20 billion. Sleeping Giant Allies is going to get something. And we're going to get pennies for the southern region. That's why Mike is saying no. It ain't going to happen. All right, so once again, this is what's going on. Very important meeting, but it seems like it's not even working out. Seems like it's not working out. So once again, what kind of shook me was this part right here. I mean, where's the Sleeping Giant at? The deal that could unlock, $110 billion, the deal that could unlock the stalled aid to the yellow and blue, ISR, and Sleeping Giant allies. None of it is going to go to the Sleeping Giant. And that's where we are right now, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, there's a lot of meetings going on today. Davos and here and the Sleeping Giant. I mean, you got some very important stuff going on. They're doing all this because they know that 2024, this is the big event. Again, the main pay-per-view. We're going to see a lot of new faces. So before all that comes, they need to kind of get everything ready because time goes really fast. And all this process, it doesn't take one day. It doesn't take 1 week. It takes it takes a while for many of them to agree to come together and agree. So they're trying to get this ASAP and try to get it done before new faces come into the spotlight. These new faces can make things a lot better or a lot worse. Either way, we put our faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give your life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us a letter, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 U.S. Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.